Uh, How are y'all doing today? So those of you who may have, I just did an update stream not long ago, but I wanted to do a proper announcement where I got on camera and had a good chance to talk about um why I went on a hiatus because it was very sudden. Um, for those of you that do watch my content and such on here on YouTube, um, I live in New Jersey. New Jersey is not the greatest state to live in. I mean, our property taxes are fucking through the roof. Like, we are the worst state to live in terms of taxes. And for years, my name isn't on paperwork. Like, I'm not renting a house. Well, I am renting my house, but you know, I'm not on any kind of lease or anything, and everything's done up front in cash. It's easier. It's less strenuous. That I at least I do. Um, so I've lived between both my apartment and here where I'm living with my family, and I live between both because I own a lot of shit, and so much so that I even had to empty out my own storage unit recently just to try to get rid of as much shit as I possibly could, and I just finished doing that. Um, so the purpose of this stream was to announce that I am coming back. It was a very short hiatus, a lot shorter than I thought. I think things have settled around here, but I might pick up a hiatus again, um, sometime after, you know, as soon as snow drops, basically. Like, I would say in a few months, I'm gonna move to Pennsylvania, where it's a little more quieter and a little less taxed out the ass. Um, but let me get into specifics here as to why. And I have Fallout New Vegas up behind here right now, and I was just like playing around. So there was a lot of shit I was doing in the background. Um, one of the things in particular that has tickled my fancy has ultimately bothered me for the last few years. For a bit, for about 3-4 years ago, I was not living in Jersey. I was actually living in Pennsylvania. Uh, Temporarily, my mother-in-law to see other family that was hospitalized, and um, I was not having a great time while living up there. However, you know, not only could I afford it, my wife was more comfortable living up there. I down here, I originally when I first left Jersey, I had about 3 or 4 friends. When I came back, they pretty much was like, "Oh, he left. Fuck him." So I was like, "I come back here. And I've been living here for the last few years. No friends or nothing like that. I keep to myself. I don't try to reconnect with those guys because it's like they're avoiding, and it's fucking stupid. Like, whatever. And it's kind of on me because I was the one that did leave suddenly, so it's whatever. But still, it's kind of fucking dumb. Um, nothing that I could care for right now. What I will say is that the main reason to my hiatus, believe it or not, was my older brother who's living here at the family house. And I'm between apartments right now, so I don't have much of a choice. It's either I put up with the people that I live with, right now, or try to solo out on my apartment, which that basically makes me work like a fucking dog, which I'm already doing. Um, Let me try to give a long descriptive summary here. My older brother, who lives here, um, is not a good role model by any means. The younger brother, being me, is working 3 jobs. I am working 3 jobs right now. I have just a little bit amount of free time to try and get the Fallout New Vegas record for Twin Galaxies because I got Fallout 3s, and I figured why not do this one? It's Jace Hall, the CEO of Twin Galaxies, hoist a fucking toaster in Fallout New Vegas, so I figured why the fuck not? So, that's not the only thing I wanted to specify for this. You see, my older brother is a complete fucking failure in the fact that he has never paid rent in the last 5 years, is single, does not own pets, he can drive, but he's an idiot. Like, so much so a fucking idiot. Like, right now, it's none of my business to say, but he's working a fucking car wash job. A car wash job when the dude is in his mid-30s is not acceptable. Like, he's going on 40. And this guy can get a better job than that. I picked up a job working for FedEx. I figured, let me go find a regular job that I can get this idiot into, because right now, with him not paying rent and me paying more than I usually am to help out my old man that, owns this fucking place that I'm in, he is far, far fucking behind and has kind of hidden some shit from me and didn't really specify or tell me. So that pretty much leaves me in the dark of knowing, am I going to have a roof over my head tomorrow or what's going on? And it turns out he was just being a selfish prick the last 3 years, because originally I thought he only got like a loan for $30,000 to do taxes and shit, but it turns out it was a lot more than just 30 grand. And he didn't fucking specify this to me. I didn't even know how he managed to get this sizable loan that he did. Not gonna go into specifics other than that, but basically my own father, lied to my face about how much money he took out and owes, and it has gotten worse. And even though he's paying this company back, they're claiming they're not receiving the payments and that there's issues, and he has all this money in his retirement and all this shit that he could pump into the house to outright buy the house out from the company before a lien or something gets put on it, which would be fucking horrible because my studio is literally right over there. And the worst case scenario, that happens, I need to build a whole new fucking studio from scratch. Or move into a studio apartment that has soundproofing studio, which is very unlikely that I'll find one like that. What I'll probably have to do is get like a cardboard cubicle and like put up acoustic paneling around it just to kind of make a makeshift studio, because there is god no fucking way that I want to get to that point. I can, but it's just going to basically be me remaking an entire studio, and I don't think I can mentally put myself through making another one of those again. They're expensive as fuck to make, and a project and time and a half. In addition, I'm just kind of astounded that my older brother is that kind of a shitty role model, and he doesn't do a whole lot. Before I even started at FedEx, I told him, "Hey, look, I'm gonna get this job as soon as I get my foot in the door. Once I see if I might like it or you might like it, I'll tell you when to apply, and you can follow suit." He said, "Yeah, sure." It's been 2 weeks, and he's still working the car wash and does not give a shit. I'm going in for my 3rd week for this job, and I actually kind of like it. Here's the issue with this. I work online and make more money online. Doing like customer service shit. Working for companies that pay me like $200 a day, and I do it for a couple days out of the week, every now and then, and that's more than enough to get my rent for the month and have some spending money. I mean, honestly, it's paying me more than FedEx, but right now I'm just going to keep the FedEx job. Even though I said I'm going to leave, I'm going to keep it for the rest of the year because my old man is a boomer and doesn't believe that if you're working online, that's not a real job. He doesn't consider online work a real job, which is very embarrassing. The fact that he lives in this fucking Stone Age archetype boomer headspace that he thinks that if you're not working a physical job, then it's not a real job. That's his mindset. That's his way of thinking. And he's like, oh, FedEx Ground's international. FedEx Ground is not international. FedEx Ground is just the US. There's FedEx Ground and then there's regular FedEx. Regular FedEx is international. FedEx Ground does not do all that shit. And that's the company I'm working for right now. And all I'm doing is just moving shit around a fucking goddamn fucking warehouse all day. That's all I'm doing. And it's just a lot of heavy lifting, scanning, and whatnot. It's nothing crazy that I've never done before. I mean, I've worked in a warehouse I got several years of warehouse experience. The problem is I have a hernia mesh in my left side. I don't want to show it, but I don't know if you can see that right there where my pinky is, but I've had my intestines and stomach cut out, taken out of my body, stitched back up, and put back inside. And that was because I ate something that melted my stomach and intestines. So they had to put like some healing chemo type shit that basically sutured the holes of this melted state of my tissue to put everything back together. It's very gruesome. But I ended up staying in the hospital for a week for that. It was the fucking worst fucking time of my life, to be honest. And that happened when I was like 25, 26. So I'm like 30 now, and it's been years, but like I woke up on the operating table, basically, with my stomach and intestines out. I'm not even fucking shitting you when I say that. And to lo and behold and think that, my brother that is physically capable of doing the job, more physically capable than me, just will not do it and uses, I think, scoliosis as an excuse is very embarrassing. Considering like one of the jobs in FedEx Ground, you could be a switcher. You can make like $24 an hour just driving around their trailers and shit. It's like 22 or 24 depending on how well you do. And they're shorthanded on switchers all the time. You could easily fucking be one and just be the guys that move the trailers around inside the lot in the warehouse just for people to unload. That's what a switcher is. They switch out the trailers. And he could easily do that fucking job. It baffles my fucking brain. You don't even need a CDL. You just need a regular fucking driver's license, and he's got that. And it hurts my fucking brain mentally to think that he has been paying rent for 5-6 years, is barely affording his fucking car. He's using my car right now to drive around. He doesn't even pay his phone bill. His phone bill is wrapped in this fucking family plan that my old man is paying. And he's basically had a free phone bill for months, years, if not. His phone bill is like, I think $30-$40 a month. He doesn't even pay it. And he's been driving my car the last few months. So it's very frustrating for me. And that's the role model I have. I don't live by that role model. You know what my role model is? I go online, I do business. Okay? There is incredibly stupid ways to make money, even if you're flat fucking broke. Like, you could have only $1,000 in savings, and there's ways to make even more than that by barely doing anything. And it's usually just trading. I'm honest to God, it's just fucking trading shit. Like, for example, on TikTok, there was a kid that advertised that it was a 16-year-old kid, no job experience. He got a membership to Costco for, $50 a month. And he goes in every day, buys like 20 things, and then he flips them on eBay and Amazon for fucking $5,000 a month profit. As a 16-year-old, seeing $5,000, even $5,000 at 16 is fucking nuts. Okay? And, I'm making close to anywhere from 1,000 to 7,000 a month, depending on how much I actually physically push myself to give a fuck. And it's whatever. I'm making fucking hella amount of Skrilla, whatever. And it's pretty a jank word to say, but I'm making decent. I am living in 2 fucking places right now, and I just don't want to lose this house that I'm living in because it's the house I grew up in because it's kind of that significant to me. And I'd really rather not lose it because of some fucking dumb property taxes that aren't even being used for schools or anything like that, you know what I mean? So that's why I took a hiatus because I didn't know how physically exhausting working FedEx in addition would be. And I had a huge fight with my family very recently that it pretty much personally upset me to the point where they were unaware of my decisions and everything that I was doing because I was concerned that my hernia mesh might rip or get damaged while I'm working that strenuous job, and that they aren't even aware that that my wife is a few months pregnant, and that just did not cross their mind. The moment I told them that, they immediately switched their mindset from insulting me behind my back to no apology either, and this pisses me off. It's been 2 weeks or 3 fucking weeks since this happened. Um, just a very shit headspace here with my family, and that's why I came back from um. When I came back from Pennsylvania, that's what I came here back for, was for my family. Like, my mother dislocated her entire arm come Thanksgiving. I figure I come home and help her do Thanksgiving dinner and, just be around the family and that sort of thing, and just be there to help her out because she couldn't use her arm so much. Maybe help her get groceries or move shit around the house, whatever would float her boat. And I did that. But now I feel like a dick 3 fucking years later, finding out that I'm being lied to my face about how much fucking bullshit we're in. And they're off going to some fucking private island in Sanibel, Florida, and they're like, "Oh, we want to move there and live there," and they're paying thousands to go down there and fuck about on vacations, and it is very fucking disgusting the amount of time and money I've seen get wasted and thrown out in a very inefficient way that personally does not make me comfortable to even speak on stream, or even in an announcement video. I've been trying to get my brother that job at FedEx, basically. I get my foot in the door, I scout it out, and I literally told him, like, look, I'm only here to get my brother a job, but I'm probably going to end up staying just for extra Christmas money this year because I'll probably just take the money I make there, then come Black Friday coming up at Target or Walmart, flip a few fucking PS5s or some shit that are on sale through a friend or some shit. I'm just really, really tired of the state of my family's in because I'm just debating on just saying fuck this and leave, and that's what I debated on doing 3 weeks ago. Off to the side over here, I have all my clothes and shit packed. Is like I don't even know if one of my family members joked and said, "Oh, we'll just wake up, pack up, and leave. What, you guys still here and you won't even know it?" I'm like, "Fuck's that mean?" So I don't know if that was just a joke or what the fuck's going on because again, I don't. They're making some really lighthearted and fucked up jokes. Like, I didn't specify this, but when I had necrosis in my mouth, they root canaled it out, but I had necrotic bullshit going on up in my I'm trying to figure out what the fuck the cavity's called. Nasal cavity? I think it nasal and sinus cavity. I had a little bit of necrosis up there, and it's now gone because they gave me heavy amounts of antibiotics. But it was weeks later, and the necrosis affected my blood in such a way that I had varicocele and a heart attack. And I didn't even know it was a heart attack until 3 hours and 1 hour after being discharged from the hospital because I had chest pain. They're like, yeah, you had a heart attack. I'm like, what? Basically, this is what I remember when I was having that heart attack. I was in my studio over there. I was just drinking a regular orange Gatorade, and I just was in the middle of editing footage. This happened probably 7-8 weeks ago. I was under pressure from all my family, my brother being a fuck up, and uh, pressure from my wife that is worried about, is there going to be a fucking roof over her head come when the baby's due or whatever? I don't even know. And, you know, uh, I don't really know how to specify it. Um, I basically was just in my studio. I was working, doing whatever, and suddenly my wrist, my left wrist here, the vein part right here just suddenly started hurting really fucking bad for no reason. I thought I laid it against the desk for too long or whatever. No, it just started, the veins in there just started popping and hurting really fucking bad to the point where then I looked down and I noticed my fucking veins were turning from blue to purple and popping out like really bad and really painful. And then it subsided, and then suddenly I felt like I was greening out. I guess that's the best way I could explain it. I wasn't smoking any weed or anything like that, or, even though it's legal here in Jersey, I was not. Um, the experience was equivalent to panic, fear. My entire chest was on fire. I was sweating from my face. My heart was racing so fast that I could put my hand on my heart and I couldn't feel any beat. But I knew it was beating extremely fast. I could hear my heartbeat through my ears and see it through my eyeballs. And if I were to lean this way, I could feel literally all the blood going that way and all the blood going this way if I were to lean the other way. But it felt like I burst a valve or something for a moment, and I was freaking out because like I leaned this way and I would just feel nothing but burning hot. I guess felt like fucking magma almost, just like flowing out from my chest. It was bad. I would stand up, the whole room spinning. I'm dizzy. I'm sweating down my face. I'm ready to black the fuck out. And it was just bad. The room was spinning around as if it was fucking GTA 4. It was fucking bad. And I went to the hospital. They sat me down for a couple hours. It kept me on watch. And then they're like, yeah, you're calmed down now. We're going to give you some water and, you're good. Go. They found nothing wrong with my blood except the necrosis that was passing and varicocele and a few other things. But other than that, they were like, just go. I'm like, okay. And then my varicocele got worse. Because it went from my wrist veins down to, I don't want to really get into that one, but somehow I ended up with that. And those of you who don't know, varicocele is when the veins that are in your inguinal canal above your nutsack drop down into the sac and push down on the testicle. From becoming enlarged and too much blood flow, too much blood pressure, and possibly an infection in your blood. And that's basically what I had, was an infection in my blood. That gave me a heart attack, fucked up left wrist, and some veins in my nut freaking out. And it was very weird. And then I picked up this job at FedEx, and then I'm basically fucking smashing my brain into a wall. And I'm getting up at like 2 in the morning and working till 10, 4 days a week. And then the other 3 days out of the week, 2 of the days, I work for a company that I'm on salary for 2 days out of the week. So realistically, I'm actually working 80 to 100 hours a week. It's fucking horrible. I mean, I work more than any member of this family that I live with. Total. All of them combined. And it fucking scares me. I'm only 30. I'm working more hours than everybody here combined. And I don't want to fucking brag that, but I shouldn't be working like that. Nobody should. Nobody should have to work fucking over 60 hours a week to survive. That is my thought process, because it's way too much. It's unhealthy. Anything over 60 hours needs to stop. And this overtime money, where the law says 40 hours over is overtime, I feel like if you're working 30 hours a week, anything over 30 should automatically be applied overtime by law, but apparently that's not going to ever be a thing. Because then that would give employers a reason to actually hire more instead of just fucking screen to get away with their taxes and avoid employer tax and all that shit. But that's a different story for a different day when I'm not pissed and don't feel like talking. So I just wanted to say and specify that I'm returning to streaming, but it's mostly going to be Fallout New Vegas streams where I'm going to be practicing the setup for the very hard run, as you heard. The Skyrim series I did 50 episodes. I halted it because I just don't have the time to edit right now. I edited about 20 of them. 20 of the 50. So I maybe have, if I space them out 2 days at a time, I probably have a couple months worth of footage right there. But I don't want to do it like that. I want to do an episode maybe every day or every 2 days or every week. But, that's neither here nor there. So when I finish this Fallout run, I'll go back to Skyrim privately, and I won't be live streaming that because every time I went to go live stream it, I was not enjoying the game because I was busy reading chat and I was not. No, I'll stream it to Twitch, and I won't stream it to YouTube. I'll just stream it over there instead. I still don't have my website coded up. My website code is just I haven't been able to get around to web code. I haven't even gotten around to the Minecraft server I run or own. I still have to rip the fucking data off of Shockbyte and stop paying it because nobody really plays Minecraft around this time of the year. It usually slows down. It's usually around the summertime that people pick up Minecraft. And so I'm probably going to change that up. The last thing I wanted to announce, I'm going to SuperMagfest at the start of 2023. I've never gone to one. I've gone to many other video game conventions and shit, RetroCon and the name a little bit, but I've never actually gone to an all video game inclusive arcade fucking type of thing. So, I mainly just want to go to, I guess, maybe buy and pick up a few video games if it's worth doing it, and see if I can make some friends there, probably in the area. That's maybe it. Like, other than that, I'm going there to help out a staffer. I don't know if I'll, get the free room that they're offering. Well, not the free room, but the free pass or badge. And even if not, I can pay for it. It's not a big deal. But I'm just kind of pissed off with my whole family right now, and that's what was bothering me to go on a hiatus. Like, it got so bad to the point where I debated on just, like, packing all my shit up and basically leaving. And, that's just too much shit to pack. If I were to turn my camera right now for you guys to look everywhere over there, I have so much shit that there's no way I could get rid of it all. Just, we're talking about like a couple days of fucking cleaning and packing shit. So that's the state of where I'm at right now. And I guess I'm returning to YouTube, but it's not gonna be full time. Saturday nights between like 8 to maybe midnight, maybe 1 o'clock is when I'll be streaming from those hours to, and that's Eastern, those hours Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is pretty much I stay up all night. Wednesday I'll stay up all night, Thursday I'll stay up all night, Friday I stay up all night. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's the only times that I'm free to actually do whatever the fuck I want. And that's if I want to pick up the salary work and, you know, I already did my salary work for the week, which that's why it's Friday going to Saturday. That's why I finished work and I'm doing shit right now. So Saturday literally is my only real free day to do whatever the fuck I want. And that's pretty much a shame because the moment I can't even sleep during the day because I have to get up at 2 in the morning to go to work. It's just a lot. And if I have another heart attack again, I will have to leave the job. And my old man is like, you better not leave that fucking job. I'm like, I make more money at home. I even told the people at FedEx, I make more money at home. This is my lowest paying job. I literally said that. Like, I told them this is a means for me to get out of my house. Because for me, and it has been like this for years and years and fucking years, being home is like being at work for me. If I had my body from before I had that operation, I would enjoy FedEx. Because it would be a means for me to get out of work. And I've been slowly enjoying it because, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I can enjoy a shit show job that I don't like, but I've been enjoying it, so. I just wanted to say that stuff, and now, I'm gonna end the stream. That's all I wanted to say, and, I guess expect some regular programming, although I'm not gonna be in the studio for a while. I guess I might do another Such Bullshit podcast soon on Black Friday. Talk about Black Friday bullshit and the crazy people that you see. Maybe record some footage of some crazy ass shit that happens in my town. But other than that, that's about all I gotta say right now. Hang tight, guys.